Hi guys, so this week on Whitney Sews we're going to geek things up. I'm going to show you how to make a messenger bag using vintage Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle sheets that I thrifted last year. So let's get on to it because it is a fairly long tutorial, and so let's get started. The supplies you need are measuring tools, thread, a 12-inch zipper, Velcro or 2 buttons, pens and needles, cutting tools, marking tools, paper, 1.5 yards of interfacing, at least a yard for the exterior and a yard of fabric for the lining, an iron, and a sewing machine. So here is a graphic I created that shows all of the pieces that you will need to create to make this bag. And they already have a 1/2 inch seam allowance built into all of them. And it also shows what the piece is, the measurements for it, and how many you need to cut from your exterior fabric, your lining fabric, and your interfacing. So to start, grab a roll of packaging paper or newspaper and measure out each of the pieces that was shown in the graphic. You'll want to write the corresponding information on each one. Once you've created all the pieces, go ahead and cut them out. You should end up with 7 pieces total. Then start cutting your fabric. I am fussy cutting all my exterior pieces because the print placement is important to me, and thanks to my mom for teaching me what fussy cutting is. My lining is a solid fabric, so I can cut multiple layers at once to save time. After everything is cut out, iron the interfacing to all of the exterior pieces. You'll want to trim the interfacing so it's slightly smaller than the fabric. Lay textured side down on the underside of the fabric and then iron. Iron a 1/2 inch fold on all 4 sides of the strap. Then fold the strap in half and iron. And top stitch all the way around. Place the exterior flap piece and the lining piece right sides together and pen. Sew around the 2 sides and bottom with a 1/2 inch seam allowance. Turn right side out and iron. Then go ahead and sew a top stitch all the way around. Line up back piece 1 and back piece 2 right sides together and pin. Center the zipper and mark just inside the metal stoppers on each end. Sew using a regular stitch to the mark, back stitch at the beginning and end, and then using a basting stitch, sew a seam between the 2 marks. Iron open the seam, and with the zipper face down, center it over the seam between the marks from earlier. With a zipper foot, sew the zipper on all 4 sides to attach. Always be careful when sewing across the zipper teeth. Use a seam ripper to cut open the basting stitches and reveal the zipper. Lay a lining piece right side up and the zipper piece right side up. Pin and sew all the way around at 1/4 inch to create the back pocket. Lay the 2 front pocket pieces right sides together and pin. Sew along only the top edge. Iron and then top stitch. Line the pocket piece up with the front and pin. Mark the center of the pocket. Sew at 1/4 inch along the pocket sides and bottom and along the marked center line. Okay, so now to start assembling the bag. Find the bottom piece and pin both side pieces to it. Sew along the short sides. Iron the seams open. Pin the front piece onto the sides and bottom and sew. Then repeat with the back. It should start looking like a bag once it's turned right side out. And then go ahead and iron all the seams. Repeat those steps with the lining pieces. Then place one bag inside of the other, right sides together. Put the flap inside so that its right side is against the zipper piece's right side. Line up the raw edges and seams and pin all the way around. Sew around the entire top, leaving a 5-inch opening in the front. Flip right sides out through that opening. Iron, and when you get to the opening, pin it closed. And then top stitch around the top. Center the strap ends on the side piece and pin. Sew to attach, first in a square shape and then with an X. Mark on the flap where you want your buttonholes, then create the buttonholes. And if you're not sure how to do this, check out your sewing machine manual for help. Cut the holes open with an X-Acto blade or scissors, and place a couple of books in your bag and mark where you want the buttons, and then hand sew them on. So I hope you've liked this geek theme tutorial, and it does have a lot of steps to it, but it is totally worth the effort. And I wanted to quickly mention that the eyeglasses my husband and I have been wearing were provided by Geek Eyewear. They have really cool frames that you can get prescription glass put in, or you can wear them as is just for style. And so go check them out at geekeyewear.com and geekeyewearstore.com. And so thanks again for that. And don't forget to stop by next week. There will be some changes made to when I upload my videos, and so you'll want to stop by next Monday for more info on that. And until then, I will have a video up this weekend, and then again, check back next Monday for uploading updates. And I will see everyone later. See ya!